Hello, dear viewers. It's time for another Death Battle reaction. This time is going to be, who is it? Cole MacGrath versus Alex Mercer. Infamous versus Prototype. Of course, always check out the original content before you ever see anything of mine. Like, share, subscribe, do all that great stuff. It really helps out, dear viewer. Now, as for this fight, first of all, I've gotten comments in my previous videos that I need to be a little louder, so that's what I aim to do in this situation here. But as for this fight, like Discord versus Bill Cipher, I know nothing about these two. I know this is a very anticipated fight. This is one that the fans had voted for. So I assume there's a lot of hype behind these two characters. There's been a long-running rivalry between the two. And yeah. I've never played Prototype, and I'm a good boy, so I don't play PlayStation. I have an Xbox. So I don't know who's going to win this. I have zero familiarity with either character. So let's see what happens.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by HelloFresh and Shady Rays.
Shady Rays.
Cole MacGrath, the patron saint of Infamous. Alex Mercer, the Blacklight Virus prototype from Prototype. That's right, champions. You voted for it, so we're finally doing it. Long after these characters were ever relevant. Oh, hey, look what I found in the trash. An old script we wrote for this very matchup way back in 2013. Wait, we haven't emptied our trash in 10 years? He's analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Well, it's going to be 3D animated, so that kind of checks out.
With great power comes great responsibility. Tobey Maguire's not the only superhero who's had to learn that lesson. Cole MacGrath was just
Dumbass.
an average delivery boy in Empire City until one day he opened a package that exploded in his face. This was the
That's what you get for opening someone else's mail.
Upon erupting, destroyed much of the city and tore through Cole at the atomic level, killing
How?
him instantly. Nah, actually, he scooped up some superpowers. Cool, zippity-zappity superpowers. More specifically, Cole became a conduit, one of many beings who were granted supernatural abilities from...
I did see the previews for these fights, so I know a little bit. Here's how to hardcore parkour and quit college to piss off his parents.
Let's be real, none of Cole's powers are as sick nasty as his parkour skills, but his ability to manipulate
I don't know.
electricity is pretty sweet too.
Faith from Mirror's Edge might give him a run for his money.
Generate a smorgasbord of powerful lightning attacks. He can also manipulate thermal, kinetic, and gravitational energies. Electromagnetism is pretty broad after all. This includes his radar pulse, which detects the bioelectricity inside organisms even if they're hidden or transformed. And for good measure, he got to add some ice powers to his kit. He can throw ice grenades, shoot ice spikes, and let out some epic ice farts. Imitate like Electric Iron Man, grind on rails like Shadow the Hedgehog,
Or like Stack Shock.
charge up with extra karmic energy, also like Shadow the Hedgehog, and generate force fields like Shadow the Hedgehog. But these aren't just force fields. They literally
Those even look like little
convert
rings.
they touch into energy that Cole absorbs. That's insane. How's that? Are you familiar with a little equation called E equals mc squared? No. Oh, well, it defines the mathematical relationship between matter and energy. Essentially, how much energy any given mass contains. Okay, the largest mass object Cole absorbs is a 343-gram helicopter chain gun round. Perfectly converting matter to energy is technically impossible, but hey, this is a video game. The mass contained in that bullet, when multiplied by the speed of light squared, would release an energy equivalent to over 7 megatons of TNT. This means Cole's energy output is basically fueled by a nuclear reactor. Oh, so it's like a living super bomb, always ready to go off. Sounds like my first ex-wife. Should he somehow run low on energy, he can drain it from nearby appliances to recharge. He's even learned to drain the bioelectricity from people, like this. Yikes. Cole can focus his electricity through his amp, a giant tuning fork which lets him ring around the Rosie to death. Or he can just make lightsabers out of his hands. That's cool too. And because he follows Pokemon rules, Cole's extra resistant to electric attacks. With these powers,
He kind of reminds me of Starkiller in that sort of
whose black tar powers could infect and control minds. And he eventually faced down that son of a bitch himself and pwned his ass, despite Kessler having his exact same powers. Coincidence?
Control his mind or something.
Detective Cole's misery was himself from an alternate future timeline, manipulating events from the shadows to ensure this version of Cole became a better hero than Kessler ever was. Yeah, you see, Cole's superpowers are molded through his actions, increasing in power and utility based on how good or evil he acts. Naturally, as a good person, Cole shaped his powers to be more focused to target the bad guys. That pussy shit! Evil is way more awesome sauce! He blows everything up! Collateral damage? Who cares? He can control fire! Well, that just happened. Who wrote this shit? The point is, the plan was meant to prevent the apocalypse, which would appear in the form of the Beast, a conduit of unimaginable power. Cole is strong enough to create massive thunderstorms, fast enough to route electricity moving at 90% the speed of light, and maybe thanks to Kessler, tough enough to take on the Beast, which possessed the power of the Ray Sphere itself. It could regenerate at an atomic level and eradicate all of Empire City in a single attack. Fortunately, after a grueling battle, Cole defeated the Beast once and for all. Though ultimately, it wasn't Cole's power that made him a hero. In order to stop a plague created by the Ray Sphere, Cole sacrificed his life, eradicating the conduit genes and saving all of humanity. Sure, he also killed thousands of conduits in the process, but hey, what's a few corpses when building a better tomorrow? This trolley stops for no one. Cole was remembered as a saint by the people of New Marais, as a hero by the friends he left behind, and an inspiration to future generations. A true testament to the responsibility of power. This episode of Death Battle is sponsored
So that was Coleman. They did say something about him being able to resist sort of mental attacks from somebody, and I don't know if that's a thing that the prototype universe can do. So, I think they're also going to play on the duality of both characters, because I believe you can take like a dark path and a good path for either game. And, they might be looking at, hey, they're people, and I'm low on power, I need to take some from people or something like that. So I don't know if that's going to play a factor, if they're going to harness abilities or powers from people around them. But it definitely seems like Coleman is really powerful. I don't know how powerful, but I mean, they did kind of say, but in comparison to a prototype dude. Mercer, that was his name.
With great power comes great responsibility, but not everybody's got an Uncle Ben to tell him that. Alex Mercer woke up in hell. Manhattan Island was gripped by the horrific Black Light virus, transforming its citizens into terrifying monsters. Alex had no.
I guess I know a little bit more about this prototype.
But he did have one thing. The Black Light virus can rewrite your cells all the way down to your DNA, and somehow it granted Alex incredible superhuman abilities. He can infect anyone he touches with this virus, altering their biology at the molecular level in seconds, and giving him complete control over their actions. So Alex pushed on.
There. I don't know if he'll be able to infect Cole.
And eat them. Yeah, he can consume people to give himself a power boost. He's like Kirby, if Kirby listened to Linkin Park. This extra biomass gives him superhuman strength.
But they're not really talking about his origins so far.
Times and even a regenerative healing factor. Essentially, Alex is an ever-evolving super being, the ultimate being. Oh, like Shadow the Hedgehog. By consuming victims, Alex also receives all their memories and experiences, including Peter Randall, a 69-year-old man whose entire history Alex processed in just 10 seconds. Being able to condense that much information into that time frame means Alex can perceive events happening within 5 nanoseconds, which is about how long I was married to my second ex-wife. Alex can shapeshift his body.
Well, they're not really talking about Alex.
Increasing his muscle mass and forming nearly unbreakable armor. And when he wants to kill someone, he can become his own weapon, turning his limbs into claws and blades, or generating countless tendrils that give him unmatched control over his environment. With these goopy powers, he came up with
Air dash, adrenaline surge, hive mind.
Air dash, the cannonball, the bullet dive drop, and the hunter dirt nap. Pretty sure that was my third ex-wife's boyfriend's stripper name. And after Consuming enough people, Alex reaches critical mass and can unleash his evil slop in powerful ultimate attacks.
Like the Tendril Barrage Devastator.
I see why there was this one video that pitted Alex Mercer or the Black Light Virus versus the Flood.
And end the city's nuclear devastation.
It was then he learned the truth. He wasn't Alex Mercer at all.
He was the Black Light Virus itself, which absorbed the memories and likeness of the real Alex Mercer, who was not only dead, but actually responsible for all of this in the first place. To decipher this, I recreated the Black Light Virus myself, the most dangerous...
Why is it empty?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
So Alex was hunting the whole time was himself. Dun dun dun.
That's right, Boomstick. Turns out Dr. Alex Mercer helped create the Black Light Virus, and when things didn't work out and he was about to die, he recklessly unleashed it upon the city.
What a petty SOB.
Sounds a lot like a Resident Evil sort of thing.
His sentience and memories and become a new Alex. How? Why? Don't question it. It's a nothing burger.
But is this massive viral material that calls itself Alex actually human in any meaningful way?
The poor bastard sure tried to be. Too bad humans can be dicks, and everyone kept betraying him. Even the so-called love of his life, who shot him in the face. Whoa! So Alex figured, obviously, humanity had to go.
Not just go, but be made better. Whatever goodness remaining with this Alex was left behind as he plotted to unleash a second Black Light Virus, recreating humanity into a super species in his own image. Great power became great terror.
Classic
He's kind of like
RPG villain stuff. And he was proud to do it. Alex can casually tear buildings
Carnage, you know, with more motivation.
and even defeated the Supreme Hunter, who was tough enough to survive a nuclear blast that would have leveled Manhattan.
Based on the blast radius given in-game, that's 450 kilotons of TNT.
Speaking of nukes, Alex survived one. His healing factor is off the chain. And after being blasted into paste, all he needed was the tiniest bit of himself to come back good as new.
His healing occurs at the cellular level, making him virtually impossible to kill so long as he keeps consuming.
But attempting to take over the world and kill millions of people pissed off a certain James Heller, a dude who had just had enough of his fucking weird, fucking rambling shit.
Who used the same virus powers to consume Alex once and for all.
Live by the Kirby symbiote, die by the Kirby symbiote. But was Alex just a virus after all? I mean, what's more human than the urge to conquer the world, drive its species to the slaughter, consume its raw genetic resources, and crown yourself king? Maybe the day Alex Mercer died was the day he truly became human.
Wow, that was intense.
Fuck yeah, it was.
They really didn't give that much about Alex Mercer. I guess I don't know much about him. I guess they didn't really have that much of a background or bio in canon about him, because it just seemed like they focused more on his feats as opposed to Cole. So, who do I think will win? I think Cole will win this one. It just seems like a lot of the powers Cole has just work better and are better hacks against Alex. I think Alex will be very difficult to kill, but I don't think like he'll be able to control Cole. So I think I am going to be rooting for siding on Cole in this one. But if I'm wrong, so be it. It didn't actually say what it took to destroy the virus, but I think Cole might have a means to put it down for good. Hey. Ooh.
I think I've still got room for dessert. Buddy, you are one sick freak.
Ooh. I also think Cole has a lot more options at his disposal.
You don't know the half of it.
I love that shot. Ooh.
So much power, and yet you waste it on these vermin. You and I can change this world for the better. The only vermin I see here is you. You don't want to give me your power. Fine, I'll just take it.
Nope.
Good idea. This world sure isn't perfect, but it's a lot better without you in it, asshole.
Oh, now I know why that script was in the trash. I had to hear someone say awesome sauce.
Both opponents were incredibly versatile and deadly, and both could match each other's powers blow for blow.
They could each create weapons, amplify their strength, and
Yep.
fight at range.
But could Cole survive Alex's infection? Well, Alex would usually need to weaken an opponent to get that trick to work. Even then, the Ray Sphere incident that created Cole's powers in the first place ripped apart everyone else down to the atomic level, and the Beast's attacks were capable of the same thing. Considering the Black Light virus only works down to molecular DNA, it's reasonable to say Cole would be able to resist it.
Sure, Alex could have potentially consumed Cole's biomass to give himself an edge, but Cole could just do the same thing to Alex, absorbing his bioelectricity to power himself back up.
But nothing could challenge the gap in power. Everything Alex survived could simply not match Cole's force fields, and especially not the power of the Beast. The blast the Beast created actually had a much wider radius than the one the Supreme Hunter could survive. To compete with these foes, this means Cole was simply far more powerful than Alex.
Speaking of the Beast, Cole's ability to disintegrate it at the atomic level meant
Yeah.
that even Alex's crazy molecular regeneration couldn't stand up to Cole's might.
Just like how Cole could overpower Kessler despite his resistance to electricity, or how he resisted Sasha's mind control powers, which were eerily similar to the Black Light virus.
That's what I was talking about.
What if Alex fought evil Cole instead? Well, it'd be even worse, because that Cole took the Beast's power for himself. That's good night for Angry Virus Boy.
Alex was a versatile, deadly opponent, but Cole's counters, speed, and raw power gave him the edge.
Alex got the Cole shoulder, just like this stupid script.
The winner is Cole MacGrath.
Hmm.
Thanks for watching, and hey, are you a Death Battle member? We've got a
I got it right.
to
Yay!
choose a matchup for the next season. So click that join button and jump into our Champions Discord.
Okay, next time. Frieza versus Megatron. I heard a lot of talk about like this not being a good matchup. But as for this fight, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I still think Bill versus Cypher was all around the best episode of this season so far, but I would say this was like at least number 3 or 4. It's definitely better than like Ant-Man versus Atom, and I imagine Rocket versus Stitch. But it wasn't. It was good. It was a good episode. This was. But what do you guys think, dear viewers? Did you like this episode? Did you like the reaction? It definitely had me a little uneasy from time to time, but I was fairly confident that Cole was going to win this one. But having said that, thank you for watching, dear viewers. It really does mean a lot to me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.